Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you once again from the MuppetStuff Museum, and today I have some great European releases to show you. My friend Chris O'Connor recently made a trip to the US, and I happened to say, hey, well, if you're going to be coming here anyway, would you mind if I shipped some things that would be prohibitively expensive to have them shipped individually from the UK to America? Would you be okay with me shipping these to your house and then you bringing them to me when you came to visit? And he said, absolutely, sure, go ahead. So that's what I did. So here is a bunch of items I bought both on eBay from the UK and a bunch of items from Chris's personal collection that he brought along as well. First up, we have a whole bunch of Fraggle Rock puzzles. These are two round puzzles titled Gobo and Wimbly's Room and Down at Fraggle Rock. Gobo and Wimbly's Room, of course, features Gobo and Wimbly in their bunk beds. Down at Fraggle Rock features Gobo, Moki, Wimbly, Boober, and Red, as well as some other unnamed Fraggles surrounded by doozers in the Great Fraggle Hall, as well as this 100-piece square puzzle featuring Gobo completely surrounded by doozer constructions titled Doozers at Work, because it features doozers at work. All released in 1983 by Hestar. Next up, we have this Muppet Show puzzle featuring the cowboy sketch from the first episode. As you can see, they've added Kermit and Miss Piggy to the image who were not in the original sketch. As you may know, the sketch features Rolf and an early version of Fozzie Bear doing a very strange John Wayne impression.
All right, everybody, reach for the floor.
This 80-piece puzzle was released by Hope, which is owned by the Hestar Company in 1976. Next, we have this 100-piece Muppet Show puzzle featuring the back alley, where it seems like Miss Piggy has run over Kermit's bicycle with her motorcycle, with the rest of the gang witnessing the accident. Hey, Miss Piggy, rule number 1, never leave witnesses. Anyway, this puzzle was also released by Hestar, but in 1981. And this is one of the rare Muppet Show images to feature both Gaffer the Cat and Dog Lion. Speaking of puzzles, here we have a Muppet Christmas Carol puzzle released by Walt Disney Productions to help promote the theatrical release of the film, featuring the original theatrical artwork by Drew Struzan, put out in 1992, and I was told this was given out as a promotional piece and was never actually sold in stores. And speaking of the Muppet Christmas Carol, here we have the Muppet Christmas Carol press booklet, which is sort of like a press kit, but without a whole bunch of glossy photos. It does feature a small poster inside with a brief description of the film. What the Dickens, the Muppet Christmas Carol, set for seasonal UK release December 18th, 1992. The Muppet Christmas Carol is a magical, musical reworking of Charles Dickens' classic story starring Michael Caine as a sinister singing Scrooge in his musical movie debut. This timeless tale of good vanquishing evil and love conquering all takes place in the snowy streets of Victorian London as the stingy Scrooge is visited by 3 mysterious Christmas ghosts who spirit him away on magical journeys that will change his life. But this is Dickens with a difference, as the Muppets cast their own particular spell of magic and fun for the child in all of us. Inside the booklet, there's a full cast list, as well as information about the entire cast and crew of the film. Again, released in 1992 by Buena Vista International to promote the theatrical release of the film. Next, we have this coloring and activity book. I should say it's a big coloring activity book because it's literally called My Big Muppet Fun Book. And this features all kinds of fun activities. It features puzzles and games, crossword puzzles, coloring pages, spot the difference between the two images, some jokes by Fozzie Bear, trivia and brain teasers, mazes, and just a whole bunch of great illustrations and photos from the show. I also really like how the cover is an homage to M.C. Escher that, of course, Jim would later use in Labyrinth, but check out this wild cover. The Muppets are coming up, coming down, just all over the place in a very, like I said, Muppetized version of the classic M.C. Escher's staircase painting. A crazy collection of quizzes, crosswords, puzzles, games, and other equally entertaining things to do. Gotta love Crazy Harry in the corner saying, This book just explodes with fun. Released exclusively in Europe by World and Whitman in 1979. And while I know this is mainly an exclusive UK/European release video, next up we have a couple of things that made it across the pond to the US as well. Like these greeting cards that I was missing from my collection. This one featuring Miss Piggy that says, "Good looking, bright, colorful, witty. But enough about me. Happy birthday to you." This one featuring Miss Piggy wearing the outfit she wore to the Dubonnet Club in the Great Muppet Caper that says, "Hello, from one sex goddess to another." Whew. Man, this card's hot. As well as this card featuring Rolf as Dr. Bob that says, "You're living proof that God creates some people just for the heck of it." I don't think that's very nice. All released by American Greetings in the early 90s. I also picked up this card featuring an illustration by Michael K. Frith of Kermit sitting in a wreath. This card opens to say Season's Greetings and was released by the Jim Henson Legacy in 2000, both in the United States and in Europe. Next up, we have a few more Fraggle Rock items, including this Best of Red Fraggle Rock DVD, released by Lionsgate exclusively in Europe in 2012. I also picked up this odd set of cardboard images of the characters that come with a sticky pad that you can make stickers out of. I'm not sure what else this was supposed to be attached to. It obviously was part of a larger set, but it just came with this piece alone. So if you know what this is, comment down below and let me know, because this obviously came in a larger set. I'm a little confused and I want to complete it. I'm assuming maybe they go in like a place set or like a place mat where you can place the character sort of around it. That would be my guess. As you can see, this set features illustrations of Gobo, Moki, Wimbly, Boober Red in different various combinations, some by themselves and others as a group, as well as a few photos of Sprocket, the Doozers, and the Fraggles as well. Again, comment down below if you know. Another newer European-only Fraggle Rock release was this 16-page Fraggle Rock Make a Scene. I'm assuming inside is a whole bunch of illustrations or photos from Fraggle Rock, the caves, maybe the Gorg's Garden, etc. Because on the back is a whole bunch of individual small stickers featuring the characters' names and a few images, again, of them individually and in groups. Both sticker sheets appear to be the same images, just in two different sizes. And instead of featuring illustrations, this set solely features photos of the characters. Another piece of classic Fraggle Rock merchandise I picked up was this Fraggle Rock notebook featuring an illustration of Red, Moki, Wimbly, Boober, and Red playing instruments, along with a Doozer reading a book in the corner. The inside is blank, so you can write any type of Fraggle note you'd like, while the back features the Fraggle Rock logo telling you that it is a Fraggle Rock notebook with an illustration of Moki writing down her thoughts. Released by Hestar Stationery in 1984. Will you check out these next items? Because they're inside this tiny little box. So here we have a small, flat, sterling silver Gonzo. It features a profile of Gonzo in his classic Muppet Show attire. I love how his nose has this little crook to it. It's really nicely done, really nicely cut out. I guess you just walk around the streets of London showing off your Gonzo love, as well as your love for Kermit, because here we have a small sterling silver Kermit. This one features a more straight-on illustration of Kermit with his arms crossed. Both were apparently part of a larger line of sterling silver jewelry released in 1978. Next up is a whole bunch of ceramic mugs, like these two Fraggle Rock mugs put out by Kilncraft. Here we have a mug featuring Gobo, featuring two different illustrations, one featuring him playing his guitar, while the other features him with a postcard from his Uncle Traveling Matt, surrounded by music notes, as well as this mug featuring two different illustrations of Moki as well. So here we see Moki in sort of a fawning, lovey image, while the other side features her reading from her diary, surrounded by hearts. Both released in 1983 by Kilncraft. Next, we have two very different mugs featuring characters from The Muppet Show. First up, we have this modern mug featuring Fozzie kind of in like a scared look. I'm not sure why his face looks like he's very frightened. It's kind of an odd image to use for a mug. But anyway, this one features Fozzie on one side with his name in this kind of 70s-esque font on the back with circles, produced by Thames. The copyright says Muppets Holding Company, so I'm pretty sure this was released in the late 2000s. Next up, we have this small coffee mug, which I found that is not really a coffee mug at all. It's actually a small Easter egg cup that featured a chocolate egg inside and was part of a larger set, which were all released individually. and this set is apparently pretty rare and hard to find. This one features a repeating image of Rolf wearing a bow tie next to his name, released in 1981 by Kilncraft. Next up is this extremely rare Jim Henson's Creature Shop sticker. Apparently Chris had 2 of these in his collection, so I'm very happy to now add this Jim Henson's Creature Shop sticker to my Jim Henson Creature Shop section of the museum, featuring the classic Jim Henson's Creature Shop logo, as well as the address and contact information for the London Creature Shop. Not from Chris's collection, I found this mint condition Muppet clock featuring an illustration of the characters, which as you can see is still brand new and factory sealed. The front of the clock features an illustration of Kermit, Miss Piggy, Fozzie, Rolf, Animal, and Gonzo. The box says Jim Henson's Muppets on it, with an image of Kermit in the corner with a top hat, while all around the sides it says it's a Jim Henson's Muppets wall clock with an image of Kermit's head, and was released by a company called Apollo. Unfortunately, I cannot find a copyright date on it, but based on the image, I'm going to assume it was released in the late 80s. And my guess was pretty good, because when I looked it up on Muppet Wiki, I found out it was released in 1989. And finally, I picked up this rare Dakin Kermit plush, and I'm not quite sure if this was solely a UK item, but so far they're extremely hard to find in the US, even though they were made by Dakin in San Francisco. As you can see, it still features his Kermit head hang tag, which he has labeled as a beanbag and not a plush. I recently found a Miss Piggy puppet from the line, which, after doing some research, led me to find this Kermit beanbag plush as well. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow us on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time from the MuppetStuff Museum.